Welcome back. You are listening to CanuckTunes.ca, coming to you live from the Cat and Fiddle, corner of John Street South at Augusta and Hamilton. Thank you so much for joining us and being here at the pub. We've had a great segment. Our first segment was a toss back to yesteryear, and now we have another repeat offender. But first, our host. Please welcome Famous Framus.
Thank you so much, Gary. I'll shamelessly start my own round of applause, like I do every other week. Have we got any Canadian music jibber jabber this week?
Do,
monumental occasions to speak of, or
yeah, we have a couple new additions this week from
what
bands called Rat Silo. They're from BC.
Oh, submissions for the station.
Yes,
Rat Silo.
Yes, sounds great. Sounds post-punk kind of thing. And Deer Fang.
Deer Fang.
Gotta love these names.
I like that name actually, Deer Fang.
So, thank you, and you can submit your broadcast quality music MP3s WAV file to CanuckTunesMusic@gmail.com. Also, in the news, Sarah McLachlan had to cancel a couple Quebec dates. She's unable to reschedule. She had to apologize to her fans. Vocal issues.
Oh, no.
Vocal issues. But she pulled the same, not pulled, but last year, October 2024, she had to cancel in Quebec for acute laryngitis.
Wow.
So it's like the
the
family
poutine?
member that doesn't show up at certain functions. You got a reason why?
Is it the poutine?
It could be,
The
but
curds?
the poutine
Curds
there
on
is
the cords?
amazing.
Yes.
So I don't know what the deal is, but again, we got a great day tomorrow with Alex and his birthday and Backflash and Famous and Betty
Famous and Betty
company. So it's gonna be a
Or
grand day
Betty and that
tomorrow.
other guy, as Alex likes to call us. Yeah. Betty
But-
and that.
Yeah,
Betty and him.
Is that the preferred pronoun? Anyway,
We're flexible here at the Shake It Up Radio.
on with the show. Thank you so much to our next guest. He's a repeat performer. We appreciate his time, especially coming in last minute like he has. Please welcome Mr. David Pomfret.
Mr. Dave Pomfret. Been an admirer of this gentleman for many decades now. We've seemed to be, well, we're contemporaries, so we've circled each other around the Hamilton music scene. And if there's somebody that you could introduce as a musician's musician, a songwriter, that would be our next guest, Mr. Dave Pomfret, everybody. True craftsman. True craftsman.
You can keep clapping. I'm not not averse to that.
All right, what do you got for us?
Pretty sure I played this last time, but it's the first one that comes to mind. So this is
Nobody remembers last time.
exactly.
They were
What
hammered.
is yesterday?
Exactly. We're living in the now.
This
Here
is
at Shake It
called-
Up Radio.
It's called "There Will Come a Day." Bus stop, lemon drop, pretend we can avoid the cops. Get locked up for 13 days, and that would be okay. Yeah, that would be okay. We're drinking moonshine in the mine. I can't believe we're out of time. This just might be my favorite place, and I wish we could stay. Yeah, I wish we could stay. Shut up and tell me that there's a chance. Maybe there will come a day. Well, there will come a day. Oh, there will come a day. Oh, there will come a day. You could fly in the wine, I'm better than a porcupine, but not enough to make a change. And people say that's strange. I guess it makes me strange. It leaves a bad taste. Don't take the bait, just formulate your great escape and take the bull by the reins and dream of brighter days. Yeah, these are brighter days. Shut up and tell me that there's a chance. Maybe there will come a day. Oh, there will come a day. Oh, there will come a day. will come a day. Dream with me when you sleep. Sleep with me in your dreams. Dream with me when you sleep. Sleep with me in your dreams. Shut up and tell me that there's a chance, maybe there will come a day. There will come a day. There will come a day. There will come a day.
Yes, Mr. Dave Pomfret, everybody.
Thank you.
Fantastic, brother. You got the bug early.
The bug?
The music bug early. You're,
Oh, in my life.
yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Were
It's
you
funny,
a
you know,
musical family? Did you
Yeah,
have
well,
a crazy
my-
uncle stick a guitar in your hand? How did it
It was
start
my
for you?
brother that stuck a guitar in my hand. So this is what happened. We're dealing with 1982. I'm 13 years old. My mother was musical, and my older brother Rick played guitar. But I played hockey, and I played baseball, and that's
Right.
what I did. And I was starting to really like girls at that time. So that, I always did, actually. But by that point, it was getting stupid. Still is stupid, believe it or not.
13 is around the fall-off point where you
Yeah,
just go right off the
where
cliff.
It's over. So anyway, in great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, like we were talking about, that's when your mother's Sears catalog disappeared into your room and never
Right.
came back out again until I saw
Still
an
there.
areola in
It's still there
1982 and haven't been back since. But anyway, I digress. But yes, you were.
So at grade 8 English class, 1982 is around the first time camcorders came out, right? So my English teacher, homeroom teacher, but it was also English. His name was Jim White. He had a camcorder. So he had us break up into groups, and we all had to write a play. Each group had to write a play, and whoever wrote the best play would have their play filmed, like a movie, like
Wow.
an actual movie. So what a great
That's
idea.
big time for 82.
It was,
man.
right,
That's
exactly.
like,
So what happened was that we were the only group to submit a play, and it was about a band. And the lead singer dies of an OD, just because it's 1982 and that's a cool way to go. But anyway, there's a weird connection there too. But so we got picked to do it. I didn't know how to play guitar, but I asked my brother Rick if he had something I could borrow, and he gave me a Saturn. It looked kind of like halfway between a Strat and a Jazzmaster.
oh, okay.
Right? And then one of the guys who was in the band had taken guitar lessons, and he showed me a G chord. And
That's all
all
you
of a
need?
sudden,
One
all of a
chord
sudden,
and the truth?
Exactly. Still trying to find that truth, but yeah, that was it. From that point on, like, it was magic. I played a G out of that. Holy shit, I'm making a proper sound out of this thing, and I've been writing songs ever since, like that day, pretty much.
It became not a choice for you anymore. It was
No,
something
and
that
it's
you
still
had
not.
to do.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
just it was like breathing. Still is like breathing.
That's the separation. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not what we want to do. It's what we have to do.
Exactly.
To our own financial detriment and soul crushing.
Yeah. What better way to crush your soul?
Experience. Yeah, I know. Right? Acceptance and rejection all at once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's precisely.
crave it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect.
We are extroverted introverts with a superior inferiority complex. that's my take on myself.
Well,
anyway,
I like
but
that a lot. I might borrow
You
that.
can
sometime. Okay.
pass it on, man.
Okay.
Pass it on. Yeah. So you started writing.
Started writing right away. So I tell people I've written, because we're talking 44 years ago, right? So I've written over 1,000 songs. Most of them were written in the next 7 or 8 years after I started playing, because
Right.
my buddy Gene Champagne and I
Did
started.
you guys grow up together? Were you kids
we
together?
were in high school together,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So funny story about Gene.
Gene Champagne,
Woo,
everybody.
let's
Yep.
hear it for Sham. He's got a show coming up tomorrow night at Clifford's, and it's to raise money for
Food share?
No, animals. It's got to do with the animals. I think.
SPCA.
SPCA,
yeah.
yeah.
Rescues.
So I'll be there, I think. Anyway, so Gene sat beside me in math and French classes. So we had an assembly one day. I didn't know he was a musician. We were kind of friends because we sat beside each other in a couple classes. But he's playing drums in this assembly, and he had a little solo. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's awesome. So next
This is
class,
grade 9?
grade 9, yeah.
Wow,
Next
yeah.
class is so we're talking about around this time of year, I think it was. So next class is math. We're sitting and say, hey man, I didn't know you played drums. I play guitar. So.
Oh, yeah.
that was his response.
You didn't get Let's Start a Band? You
no,
got so?
well, we did because he's Gene, right?
Yeah.
But we've been best buddies ever since. And in the music room at Salfleet, the old Salfleet, which is now where Cardinal Newman is. We're talking a long time ago, but
Yeah.
the music room had little closet-type rooms all the way around the perimeter of the room. And Mr. John Segis, who was a teacher, he gave us a room. So we would go in there every chance we get and just whip off tunes,
Nice.
just write songs. We were writing. It was an absurd number of songs.
Right.
It was an awful lot of fun, though. And how lucky. Like, who else gets their own room to write songs in when they're
No
14,
doubt.
15 years old? Yeah, it's pretty great.
So you guys spent a copious amount of time in there.
It's a Corktown? Okay. I stand corrected. That's at the Corktown. Thank you.
Mary McNutt just looked
Yeah.
that up for us.
Wait,
Musical,
if you're looking for information on shows, Dave Pomfret's not where to look. Mary McNutt.
Mary McNuttopedia,
Yeah.
the rock reporter herself.
Yes, exactly.
So you guys were pumping out songs, and as you got through your high school years, did you find a bass player? Did you find?
Well,
another
we did.
guitar player?
We
Did you-
found initially it was Joe Fizakis on bass. Maybe you're listening out there, Joe. And a fellow named Jerry Ducharme on rhythm guitar because I was a
You were
kick-ass.
the lead. You were the shredder.
I could do that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I was a lead guy, and we played. This is great stuff, actually. We started writing like right away, but we also played. Like Gene was fanboy of Teenage Head. Like to him, they were the best band in the world.
Yeah.
And I was into AC/DC and metal, right? And it's easier to play Teenage Head than it is to play Iron Maiden, right?
sure,
So we stuck with Teenage Head, Ramones, and Forgotten Rebels. Those were the covers we did. And now Gene's in Teenage Head. How
That's
cool is
crazy,
that?
yeah.
So, we started playing that stuff, and it was going really well. But Jerry and Joe were not exactly punk guys. Gene and I think we had a rough idea what we were doing, but the other two guys were not that into it. So when we were 17, Gene and I were 17, we recruited Mike Treblecock and Ericy Raid. Ericy played bass and Mike played.
A couple more luminaries.
Well, yeah. So, that's when we went from being a fun little high school punk band to like an actual real band.
Right. The Monday
And,
Nuns.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
the Monday Nuns the whole time. I can tell you how we got the name, too. Nobody knows this shit, but you will now, folks.
All right. Everybody settle down. We're about to get some historical perspective here.
So Champagne is a French name. Gene Champagne, that is his real name. His dad's name was Jean Champagne. Called him John. He barely spoke any English, but as was the norm back then, don't learn any language but English, right? Because it'll be embarrassing. What the fuck? It makes no sense to me. But so Gene can't speak a lick of French, but his dad barely spoke English. His dad, unfortunately, passed away when we were in grade 10. Massive heart attack, way too young. He was in his early 50s. But so his mother, who couldn't speak a word of French, maintained a relationship with Gene's aunt, his dad's sister, who still lived in Quebec, didn't speak a word of English. So
Okay.
they would talk on the phone, not understanding each other at all. So Gene, we were called the Headphones. We were calling ourselves the Headphones, and neither of us liked that. So Gene was thinking something Mum and the Nuns, right? Because when Mum and the Nun talked on the phone, it made no sense, right? So anyway.
She was a nun. The aunt
She
was
was
a
sorry,
nun?
yeah, sorry. She was a
Okay.
nun. She was in a
Now we're
convent
getting-
in Quebec. Sorry, I left that part out.
All right.
Anyway, so Mom and
I'm
the
here to
Nuts.
help. I'm here to help, Dave.
Thanks, buddy. So anyway, he didn't even mention that to me. And then one fine Monday morning, I walked into the cafeteria and said, I hate Mondays. And he said,
Oh.
Monday Nuns.
There you go.
Like that, just out of the blue. And so we changed the spelling from M-O-N to M-U-N.
To match the nun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
to match the nun, and it looked really cool in print.
Absolutely.
Funny thing, though, when I quit the band, so I quit the band when I was 22, and they went on to kind of become the Killjoys. So that wasn't bad for them.
Yeah.
I
they
went
had a
on to
good
drink
run.
myself stupid for 2 decades. But when I left, they changed it back to M-O-N for whatever reason.
Just to F with you, man.
Pretty much, yeah. Just distance themselves from Dave. That's what they did, really. Anyway, so that's the history there.
Well, yeah, you got some ground floor foundational.
You know, when you
Hamilton iconography there
absolutely,
with the guys
you know,
you're in the
that's
band with, for sure.
If you could pick if you live in Hamilton or anywhere near it, and you can pick a bunch of guys to be in a band with, Gene Champagne
your
and
high
Mike
school
Treblecock
band.
are not freaking bad.
Totally.
You know what I mean? That's a pretty good foundation to set your songwriting.
Yeah. And did you guys do? You guys were playing out at the time.
Oh yeah, we played all over the place.
Did you guys do recordings as well?
So that was Erky, who is now no longer with us. He moved back to Estonia with his mother a few years ago. Wow, a few years, 35 years ago. I don't know,
A
long
few
time
years,
ago.
35
yeah.
years. We know how it goes.
But he passed away from COVID 3 years ago now, maybe. And but when he lived here, they lived on Regina, and he set up a recording studio in his basement with a 4-track Fostex.
Oh yeah.
Right. Racing Piglet Productions. I wish you could still access this stuff, but we recorded literally every song we wrote.
Wow.
It's, and we still have some of it. Like we still have access to some of it, and it's pretty, like no one else had that in the 80s, right?
No,
You
no.
had a tape recorder if you were lucky.
Yeah.
So we had a full-on studio, and Eric had a rough idea what he was doing, so it doesn't even sound bad.
No shit. Eh?
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Any thoughts of putting it out?
No.
As
No,
a
so
kind of, an archive kind of thing.
I wish we could do something, but the only time we've ever kind of revisited, we did a Monday Nuns reunion thing when the Killjoys were at the height of their fame at the old Casbah. So
Right.
early-ish 90s, early to mid 90s, we did that.
Oh, when it was down the
down
the street there. Yeah.
So after that, in 2012, Lou Molinaro from the St. Hollywood, and it was like January or February, he said, early notice, Liars coming June 2nd. So I messaged him and I said, if that's the same Liars, we opened for them in like 1988. Turns out it was the same Liars from Boston, killer band. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we reunited to open for them there.
At the St. Hollywood.
Yeah, so unfortunately Eric was in Estonia. He was still alive at that point, but he couldn't make it back. But it was me, Gene, and Mike, and John Daly played bass, and we played, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 old Monday Nuns
The old
tunes,
hits.
and it was pretty. And we also filled the place.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It was. I'd love to do another one, but the Killjoys are doing some reunion stuff here
Yeah, I've
and there,
noticed
right?
that,
And
yeah,
Gene's
yeah.
busy with his own stuff and with Teenage Head, and it's it might
Bless
take
you.
us. It might take us a practice or two to get to remember the tunes anyway.
Yeah.
Funny story about that, though. I have a lot of funny stories. Forgive
That's
me.
what we're here for, Dave.
So when I had commented, so I didn't message Lou. I commented on his post, right? And another fella named What Wave Dave, Dave O'Halloran from London, What Wave Radio, I think he's called. He messaged me and said, I was at that show and I have a cassette of it.
No way.
It was January 1st, 1988, New Year's Day at Teasers, which was on King Street across from Eddie's, where it used to be there. And so this guy mails me a cassette. And two things. A, we were pretty good. It was
Get that right off
this
the
guy
top.
this guy would just go to shows and plant his Walkman on a table and
Wow.
record the whole bloody show. And he indexed them, and he had them all, and so he knew exactly where to look for. How weird is that?
No
right?
shit, eh?
I didn't even know this cassette
These
existed.
audiophile people
Yeah.
that just exist to do that kind of thing.
So he sent it to me, and I was listening to it, and who remembers the 80s? No one was ever in tune. Ever. There was no automatic tuner, so everything was, we're all hammered. Give me an A. You know? So it was close enough. It was always close enough.
Close
but,
enough, man.
Yeah. But there was one song came on. I was like, I don't even remember this. And it was my tune. But then it kind of, after I listened to it a few times, it kicked in. I remember the lyrics. So we only played it once or twice live. And here it is captured on this weird cassette. So we ended up playing it there, and it was super fun.
That's
Anyway,
amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing, man. That's great stories for sure. You want to, did that jiggle your memory? On, you want to hit us with another? I'm not going Monday Nuns on you, Dave.
Well, I could play a couple, but I'm not going to do Monday Nuns.
Somewhere
No.
into your back catalog.
Okay,
your,
I'll go
your
back.
oeuvre.
Okay, let's do
Dave Pomfret, everybody.
So this one's off my first record, which was called No Rush, which was released in 2009.
Yep.
It's getting to be a couple days ago. It's called Sexy Like Heroin.
Dave Pomfret.
And the funny story, or the weird story from before, my brother, who had given me the guitar, and when I was 13, so we could do about a play whose lead singer, the band whose lead singer died of an overdose. My brother passed away of a drug overdose.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, when
Sorry
he
to
was
hear that.
37. And that's what this song's about. It's about, I wrote it 25 years ago now. And there were bands that were trying to look heroin chic,
Oh, yeah, I
like,
remember
like
that, yeah.
wafy. And so that's where the name Sexy Like Heroin comes from, is basically, people die from this shit, so stop trying to look like it.
Mm-hmm.
And the last half of the song is about the moment I found out that he had passed away anyway. So how's that for your Friday afternoon, folks? Woohoo!
We're getting the real stuff today, people.
I'm sexy like heroin, yeah. You're the cutest girl I've ever been now. And I'm beautiful like sickness. My skin lacks thickness. But hey, do you play the game? It's not like you cry about it anyway. It's better than it was before. And you don't even have a clue that your world is going straight to hell. I do believe it's just as well. Hey, hey. And I'm sexy like heroin, yeah. Sticking needles through my transparent skin now. And I love you like death loves you. I'm watching down from high above you. But hey, do you feel the same? You don't have to lie about it anymore. Just try and even up the score. And you don't even have a clue that your world is going straight to hell. I do believe it's just as well. Hey, the messenger came today. He wore a never before seen rage. Hey, the temperature's changed again. I haven't felt this cold in days. I'm sexy like a heroin, yeah. 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 Hey, a messenger came today. He wore a never before seen rage. Hey, the temperature's changed again. I haven't felt this cold in days. Hey, the messenger came today. Whoa, I never before seen rage. Hey, the temperature's changed again. I haven't felt this cold in days.
Yeah.
Thank you.
3 chords and the truth, man. Yeah, I don't, what kind of, you're obviously a prolific songwriter, and it's something that you have to do. Do you consider yourself, and some people aren't really or can put themselves in multiple categories. Like myself, I'm like a 3 chords and the truth kind of. I write about what I'm living.
Yep.
Like as opposed to like Springsteen can write story songs like they're movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and is that like you wrote that song about obviously something that's that was
Sure, and,
jolted you
like,
about your
so-
brother. Is that something that you would consider yourself more of a, shit happens in life, and now this is how I process it kind of songwriter? Or
I'd say 100% that it with my my current band is Fry Truck.
great
And,
band,
thank
Fry
you.
Truck.
So when we first started the band, Mike Troublecock was in that band as well. So and we had 3 songwriters: myself, Mike, and Dan
Danny,
Metakovich.
another
And
great
geez.
giant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
great
So
guy.
lots
Great artist.
of good songs. But I would joke that if Dan wants to write a song, he can read about the plight of the Hamilton steelworker in a newspaper
Right.
and sort of become the Hamilton
Inhabit
steelworker,
that, yeah.
inhabit the spirit of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Hamilton
for sure.
steelworker and write a song. Or if he could read a newspaper article about a van that accidentally drove into the river, and he could write a song about how the van was built.
Yep. Yeah.
And I can't remember the analogy I would use for Mike, but it was something along the same lines. He could conceive of a van driving in the river.
Like
I would drive the van into the river.
And
to
then write a
the-
song about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the difference between I gotta live the shit, and that's where the songs come from. That's,
Yeah, 100%,
yeah.
for sure. And it seems to be, again, speaking for myself, like my most prolific times were the times when I was trying to process something, be that, addictions, dissolving of relationships, deep exposure to mortality of loved ones, kind of thing, like trying to, and that would be, I kind of found myself kind of in and out of the music scene and in and out of being kind of inspired until some shit hit my fan, and then it was like all I could do was write songs about it.
Yeah, and that's people have noticed maybe that I've had a few relationships over the years. I'm not sure that's what it is, Mary.
In love
I
with
just-
love, but love doesn't like you very much. It's fodder.
Well,
though,
if we got into the actual statistics of it, it's crazy. Hey, we're being honest here. I have lived with 15 women, folks. Right?
15 women,
15.
yeah. And each
I'm
one
not
is-
sure that's love and love. That's just full-on insanity is what it is. So anyway, constant material.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's
Each one gets 5 songs. There's 75
sure, exactly.
songs right off the
then.
top.
You need an album? Break up.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. When things are going good and you're happy, there's fuck all to write about.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Just becomes a little mundane.
Yeah, for sure. So that was your, that was kind of you're just going along and existing and living your life, and life just seems to be able to just keep giving you situations that you can write about.
Exactly. I suppose that's what it is. That being said, I never, ever sit down and try to find inspiration.
Right.
I sit down, I pick up the guitar, or I sit at the laptop, or whatever, and sometimes it comes. And if it comes, I'll work it. If
Absolutely.
it doesn't come, I'll not work it.
No, I think
Yeah, exactly. You got to be in
there's
touch,
a-
right?
There's a deliverance there that that we
Absolutely.
have to have our antennae
Exactly.
tuned to.
You got to be
I'm
in
not taking
touch with the
credit for-
channel.
for sure,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I've heard analogies of when we used to have the old kind of
Yeah.
old radio tuners. And
Absolutely.
it would be fuzz, 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 locked in, fuzz, 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 locked in.
Yep.
And I've felt that.
That's how it feels to me. And I talk to some of my dearest friends who write songs. Joan, who's here now, they edit and edit and edit. Some of my favorite songwriters edit and edit. Song's the boss.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
when it comes, it comes. Sometimes I figure out what the hell it's about 10 years later.
Right,
but
absolutely, yeah.
I don't write them.
It tells you when it's done.
Exactly.
Sometimes the ones come you can't. I've had some that I can't even write it down fast enough, and it's
Ex-
done.
Yeah, some of them.
Those are
I've,
usually the
I've
good
written
ones.
lots that, I write a verse and a chorus, and 15, 20 years later, the second verse comes,
Right.
and it's better than the first one. But if I try to write it, if I sit down and try to write it, it's lousy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about, I know there was a time, I don't think this way so much anymore, but there was a time when I was in one of those prolific periods of songwriting that, like, if I wasn't writing a song every couple days, man, I was going to lose it. I was going to lose the ability to.
I've
to
never
tune
felt
it
that.
in.
I've never, because here's when I quit the Monday Nuns, I was 22 years old, and I was in a desperate hurry to get married, have kids, get on with my life, you know.
So you
and
wanted to
also,
leave music behind. You were out.
I was out of I kept writing songs, but I didn't perform for 20 years.
Wow.
I had one very drunken gig at the Out and About just up the street from here. Mike and I played there. It was like 17 years after I quit. I think I was 39 or so. And that was it until I released my first record. Mike convinced me to put a record out, so I did.
Right.
And people remembered me somehow. And next thing you know, I'm back in the scene, and
You're
I've
in
been
the scene, yeah.
in the scene
So
ever
that
since.
was like early 2000s.
2009.
Oh, okay.
2009
Yeah.
that happened. Yeah. So I went from I was 22, so 1990 I quit the Monday Nuns, and I didn't really play again until 2008, 2009.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But were you still writing in that period?
I
or
wrote
you-
constantly.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter. Like I didn't feel like I had to. I just wrote, like I wrote Sexy Like Heroin. I was working at People's Jewelers at the time,
Mhm.
and I'm homesick with laryngitis. You can't really sell jewelry if you can't talk, right? So I was home with laryngitis and watching videos when there used to be videos on TV, and the Gandharvas came on. And you remember the Gandharvas? At the
Yeah.
first day of spring, that was their first record. Their second record, they show up on my video screen looking like heroin addicts, and they're clearly not heroin addicts, but that's what I kind of laughed at it. And my brother had died years before, but it just, like, those two things.
That was the
weird-
catalyst, the spark.
So I came up with that little riff that,
That's
that
a good
thing.
riff, yeah.
And that was it. Wrote the song. I wrote the song in 10 minutes. I recorded it. I phoned Mike and left that on his answering machine. I played it, said, "You can have that if you want." He never took it. But that was, that kind of thing. Like, I never put the guitar down.
Right.
I kept playing it. I would play if we had parties and things like that. But I had no desire to perform. And straight up truth, it's still not something I need to do.
No.
I play when people ask me to, but I've never looked for a gig in my life.
You're not chasing it anymore?
No, never chased it. No. I did when I was like 17, right?
Right,
But other than
right.
that, I never have. No, not my thing.
But it is your thing, though, because the music that you put out and the craft that you put into your work, the arrangements, the lyrics are like top drawer. It's not
Thanks,
like
man.
you're not just spitting out anything that rhymes. You're using a lot of literary tools within
Sure.
your songwriting. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's important to me that they're good. If they're not good, I don't write them.
Right. You just
Yeah, if the inspiration if the inspiration's not there, I put it away. If I start something and it's good and nothing's coming, I just put it away until I pull it out again and something comes.
Right.
And that's that happens a lot. Like I can think of several songs that were started and then not finished for another 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Like it just happened, and because I'm waiting for it.
For sure, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Anyway.
Not twisting that guitar into a headlock. It'll
No,
just,
not at all. Because
yeah.
to me, you can hear it. If it's something sounds forced, you
Right.
can hear it.
For
And
sure.
I just don't go there.
Absolutely.
They're coming anyway.
Yeah, they're
right?
coming
That-
anyway.
Yeah.
Well, how about
How about another one?
How about another one?
Why don't I play one that? So I started this one in I don't know, 2016, 2017 maybe, and finished it
Yesterday.
a couple years ago. Oh, when I finished it, so we were mid-COVID, so 2022 maybe, and I thought I was going to record then, so I got together with some of my fry truck mates, Robin and Kerry, and Chris Altman, to just kind of have
What a lineup for a band, man.
It's not a bad band.
Yeah.
That's without Matt,
You got the best of the best there.
right? Yeah.
And great people.
Wonderful human beings. So anyway, we were just kind of hashing out some tunes, and so I brought some that were half finished, right? So this one, I said, I started writing this years ago, but I like it. I want to do it, but I've only got this. And we kind of started. I said, wait a second. And I sat down, and the second verse, like it was just divinely sent.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even believe in divinity necessarily,
Right.
but it came right to my brain, and there it was, and it's way better than the first verse. It just took years to come, and Robin records everything. So he's got his phone sitting on a table, and we record it. And I don't know if we'll ever match how cool that. Yeah, unfortunately, it was recorded on a cell phone and not in a studio because Chris Altman came up with just a killer guitar part.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Off the cuff, and yeah, it's a pretty cool tune. It's called I don't know what it's called. We might go with. I've been calling it. What have I been calling it? No, not that. No, it's not. Nothing since Devil's Urge, which is 2016, is officially recorded, right? So there's a lot of tunes. So this is As Yet Untitled. Steve Sinix heard it the other week and suggested As Can Be. So I might call it As Can Be.
Canuck Tunes exclusive.
Yeah, Canuck Tunes exclusive, everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
I've seen it all. Surround myself with fire and brimstone walls. So do you. I make my play. Breathe a little hope into these bones you see. Because misery's enough to drive me crazy. Oh, even though it's a winding road, we'll walk it all the way as far as we can see. Take it slow, do it on our own, 'cause we are beautiful as beautiful can be. You and me. Breathe, breathe it in. Revel in it, whether in virtue or in sin. Oh, and try letting go. You've been carrying the weight for longer than you know. And if you leave the ghost behind, they'll set you free. Oh, even though it's a winding road, we'll walk it all the way as far as we can see. Take it slow, do it on our own, 'cause we are beautiful as beautiful can be. You and me. And when it all is said and done, you've gone and saved me. Oh, even though it's a winding road, we'll walk it all the way as far as we can see. We'll take it slow, do it on our own, 'cause we are beautiful as beautiful can be. You and me.
Dave Pomfret, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
That's a ripper, man. You gave me a sore throat singing that one.
Well, that's nothing.
So what was it? what was going on in 2009 that made you want to give up the straight life and get back on the crazy train, record music
well,
and play
straight
music
up-
and
Straight up truth, my stepmother passed away in 2008, left me a little bit of money.
right?
And it was more out of spite than any other thing, to be honest with you, because
Spite is a powerful tool.
Oh,
Don't
God, is it
diminish
ever.
spite.
so I was, when I started playing guitar at 13, I start the Monday Nuns with Gene. I have no amplifier, right? So I'm screaming, pleading for an amplifier for birthday, Christmas, whatever. Got the best hockey equipment money could buy,
Right.
right? Which is not an amplifier.
No.
It's not. So, and they just I live with my dad and my stepmother. My stepmother was a very wealthy lady, and neither of them were musical like at all. So they just didn't understand what I was doing. And my brother,
Were they over the line and anti-musical? Like, what are you doing with yourself?
well,
kind
it's
of
not a job.
not
You don't
musical?
even. I said I'm not going to necessarily do it as a job, and I would like to play. Well, you don't want to be playing in bars. That was my stepmother. My dad was a drunk, so play in the bars. So, but it was just basically because they never really supported my music, and once I got to be a little bit of a deal, they understood that I was a little bit of a deal. But
Right.
before that, they didn't really. And when she passed away, when my dad married my stepmother, all the nieces and nephews of my rich stepmother were very worried that we were going to steal their money.
Right.
So my dad had to sign a prenup of some kind that we weren't getting anything, but we got a life insurance policy, so I got a little bit of money, right?
Okay.
So I decided to use that to record a record, right?
Oh, okay.
So that was really why I did it, and I still didn't have any designs on splashing back into the scene, but it just sort
Right.
of generically happened,
Well, if you're going to put a record out, then you got to service that record, right? I mean, you
well,
gotta,
if anybody noticed, I really was just recording it for one of the 15 women I lived with, really. Even though the songs were about several of the other women.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking body count.
Body count, yeah. And where did you do the record?
There was a studio called Vibe Wrangler Studios, which is where Paper Box Studios are now in Cumberland and Gage area. Boxcar, sorry, not Paper.
Oh, yeah,
Boxcar
okay.
Studios. Yeah, so, and that's where we had the release party. It was kind of neat. So Glenn Marshall and Michael Keir were the principals of that place.
Okay, Glenn
and that's
Marshall,
where I
yep.
met John Daly, who ended up playing bass for us when the Monday Nuns reunion, because he worked as like a tech guy.
Right.
So those two fellas, and Mike Treblecock produced it for me. So that's where we recorded that, and it people seemed to like it. Got
Right.
a nice write-up by Graham Rockingham in the spec, and
Yeah.
what the heck, I was
And then
surprised.
did you kind of put yourself out there as far as a live act and put a band together to support the kind of like selling the records, selling the CDs?
No, I
didn't-
not.
you
No,
didn't
I
do it, eh?
just ended up kind of with a band. This Mike Treblecock and who else? It's Ingrid Costello and Gary White played guitar for me.
Wow, that's amazing. Another
Pete Sisk
icon.
on bass, right? Like, so this was a pretty good band too,
Yeah.
right? So that's that we played 2 gigs, I think,
Two gigs.
because it wasn't really a band. It was just like the gigs.
Yeah.
People asked me to put a band together to play a gig, so I did. But it wasn't, in 2000. I quit drinking in 2010, and within a couple months, Dan Medikovich messaged me to start Fry Truck.
Okay.
Right. So that's Fry Truck happened in 2010, and that's kind of been my band ever since, right?
And did he kind of wrangle Robin and Carrie
No,
and
they
CJ
didn't come.
and all them?
No, because there was no CJ and there was no Robin, because I don't think Carrie had met Robin yet, right?
Oh, okay.
Carrie was
yeah.
actually dating Barry. They met here.
Yeah.
Well, they met through Mary, yeah. But Carrie, Mary Simon. But Carrie was dating Barry Mack at the time. Barry Mack and the
Barry
One-Eyed
Mack,
Jacks.
yeah.
So anyway, when we started the band, Carrie suggested her friend Linda Dumo
Oh,
to
yeah.
play drums.
Yep.
Right, and so and Dan thought it'd be cool to have a girl rhythm section. So
Totally.
that's why we had Linda and Carrie. Mike Treblecock was the third songwriter then, and Chris Wheeler played pedal steel.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's not a bad little band
You've had
either.
some, you've,
He's
you've
on the
had
show
some pretty
next
crappy
week.
bands, eh?
So then there was some. I love Mike with all my heart. He's not the easiest guy to be in a band with for me, and I'm not the easiest guy to be in a band with for him either, right? So
Right.
we decided to part ways, and then we went on for a little bit, and then sort of dissolved, and then came back together. When we came back together, CJ was on pedal steel, and
Okay.
that's Chris Altman and Robin was the drummer. I came here actually when Mississippi Benz had their residency, and they called me up to do a couple tunes, and I did. So I do a couple tunes, and the first time I met Robin, I turned around and said, "You are hired.
You stole Robin.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
playing with me moving forward." And that's
Well, he's
it.
the hardest working man in show business.
He's
anyway.
also just
Yeah.
got there. Nobody sounds like that.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's. And I think the way he plays, well, he can marry with any style, but I kind of play percussively. You
Totally,
know,
yeah,
and,
for sure.
And it works really well with the way I play guitar. So I love them. I love them all like brothers and sisters. Those guys,
Absolutely.
you know. Yeah.
Great people.
Yep. So it's a pretty good band still. Different, but we're, you know, it's a solid band. That's
And you
for
guys do. You've got another benefit
Yep.
coming up soon that you. Because you were saying you only put the band together now once or
Once or
twice a year.
twice a year. We just did a show at CeeLo in Hess Village.
Oh,
we
that's
called it
patio, the acoustic
Yeah,
show.
yeah, it was really neat.
How'd that go?
we called it Fry Truck Disassembled because it was just because Carrie now is a singer songwriter, right?
She's a hell of a singer-songwriter.
So it's the four singer songwriters of Fry Truck playing songs that they don't typically play in Fry Truck.
Right.
So just kind of songwriters in the round, and that was a neat show.
Cool.
That was really good. But this is Fry Truck playing the good old family hits, you know,
Yeah.
and that's December 7th, in support of Hamilton Out of the Cold for our unhoused brothers and sisters,
Right.
and that's in memory of Ella Medikovich, Dave's
Yeah, that's
daughter, who
beautiful,
passed
man.
away a few years
And
ago.
where is that show going to be held?
That's at the Bright Room and Staircase
Oh,
Theater.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've never even seen the room yet, so I'm looking forward to being there. December 7th, Sunday evening. Tickets are still available, so go buy one or
Yeah,
6.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. There's stairs. Just telling you now, there's stairs.
I work at Miller's Shoes.
Yeah.
We have
You got
4
good-
floors of inventory there.
Okay,
so
there you go. It's not going to affect you.
Me, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How about another song, Dave?
Yeah, I'm going to play not one of mine. So we're talking 20-something years ago, early 2000s, I guess. Mike Treblecock and we're brothers, basically. So we fight like brothers and love each other like brothers, right?
Yeah.
So we've hung out an awful lot. So in the early 2000s, I was down at Mike's place, and before I left, he just handed me a CD and said, point at this song. The song was called Betty Was Black, Billy Was White. So I put the CD in my car, and I listened to this tune, but I let the CD keep playing. And then I realized that this guy had been in my little room in the songwriting channel. You know, like I feel
yeah.
like he had infiltrated my room and stolen some Dave songs.
Really?
And his name was Todd Snyder. And,
Todd Snyder, yes.
And I became a huge fan that day. I've been a huge fan ever since. To me, he's at least as good as anybody else who's ever lived.
I've been loading up on some Todd Snyder stuff the last few nights. Actually,
yeah,
it's
because
a sad time.
so a couple weeks ago we learned that he had been assaulted outside his hotel in Salt Lake, and had some issues being treated at the hospital, and there was an altercation, but he had to cancel his tour. And he had just released an album called High Lonesome and Then Some. High Lonesome and Then Some. That's all you really need to know about Todd. That's a great frickin' title, right?
Yeah.
He's just a genius with words. Anyway, a week or so later, it was put out that he had been undiagnosed walking pneumonia.
Yeah.
So put him in your thoughts. And the next morning, after I was hanging out with Joan, we were listening to some tunes, and I we have played a Todd song a couple times, and I played a bunch more for her. Went home and woke up in the morning and found out that he was maybe dying while we were playing those songs. It was really kind of weird. So I've been playing this one for years. To me, lyrically, it's probably the best song ever written. I say that about a bunch of songs, but this one has just got so many lines that would be any other writer's best line, all in one song. It's called Play a Train Song by Todd.
Nice.
Smoking long black Cadillac, the engine winding down. He park it up on the sidewalk like he owned the whole damn town. I hear him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through a thicker haze of southern comfort and cold. Say, girl, you're harder than the hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, baby, for he don't treat you well. And by he meant me. So I laughed and I shook his hand, and he laughed a little bit louder as he yelled up to the band to play a train song and pull me one more round. Make him leave my boots on the day they lay me down. I am a runaway locomotive out of my one-track mind, and I'm looking for any kind of trouble that I can find. I got this old black leather jacket, got this pack of Marlboro Reds, got this stash here in my pocket. I got these thoughts of my own head, the right to run until I've got to walk, until I've got to grow. This moment that I'm in right now and nothing else at all. So play a train song and pull me one more round. Make 'em leave my boots on the day they lay me down. I am a runaway locomotive out of my one-track mind. Through the television blizzard lights, we looked around his place. I found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And though I tried with all of my sadness, somehow I just could not weep for a man who looked to me like he died laughing in his sleep, singing a train song and drinking in one last round. We made him leave his boots on the day we laid him down. He was a runaway locomotive out of his one-track mind. So play a train song, play a train song, play a train song.
Thanks to Dave Pomfret and Backflash for this edition of Shake It Up, broadcasting from the Cat and Fiddle, John Street South at Augusta in Hamilton. Recorded in front of a live pub audience who believe that the happiest of hookups are based on mutual misunderstanding. Next week, welcome Evan Rotella and the Chris Wheeler Band. For Famous Ramus, Kimberly Robin, and myself, Gary Greenland. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe. This is CanuckTunes.ca. All Canadian, always.